I'm going to get straight to the point. Is Silent Hope worth playing? This is essentially a very grindy dungeon crawler. It's not quite complicated mechanically, but neither is it too simple either, that it makes it completely brain dead. I think if you're looking for a slow grind, casual hack and slash, and enjoy getting lots of loots, and I mean lots of loots of variable rarities like common, uncommon, and legendary stuff, then this could be a game for you. If you're interested in learning more about Silent Hope, stick around and I'll be giving you a quick summary on how the game plays, the good stuff, the bad stuff, and then a gameplay highlight at the end. So let's get started with the story. The setting is pretty much medieval fantasy, and the story starts with the king jumping into a gigantic chasm to save his kingdom. The daughter cried and missed her father and was encased in magical tears. Many years later, 7 spirits come out of the chasm with no voice or memory. These are your main characters. You venture into the chasm to save the king and learn what happened to the kingdom. The gameplay, it pretty much boils down to these mechanics. You got dungeon diving and town/character progression. That's kind of it. To talk a little bit more about that, the dungeon diving first. When you're ready to depart on runs, you're going to be eating food, picking your character. There is 7 characters. They all have different classes, and they all can go to different subclasses after that. And then you're going to be jumping into the chasm. You're going to be going floor by floor, and once again, this is a real-time hack and slash for combat. So you're going to be running around on randomly-ish generated maps, like floor 1 through 10 is a specific biome, then you go 20 to 30, it's a specific biome as well, and your character has your basic attacks depending on what class you pick. You got swords, great swords, bows, even pitchforks, and my favorite was the boxing gloves. So you're going to be going level after level, lots of monsters to defeat. There's challenges, little secret hidden rooms. They drop tons of loot, treasure chests, little fun mini challenges, as I mentioned, and then you either go until you die, you find a checkpoint, or you just straight teleport back. Then you're going to be redoing it over and over again. However, now we're going to move on to the town and progression stuff. So as mentioned, there's a town that you're going to be preparing in. The town has various workstations. It's just one little map there, but you have stuff like a place where you can refine lots of materials, you can craft weapons, you can craft armors, you can cook food, and then you're going to be kitting your characters out with equipment. Like as mentioned, you got weapons of different rarities, common, uncommon. Every character has their own weapon type. However, every character can use all the necklaces, all the talismans, and then they roll different stats. So like, oh, this one gives you more experience when you kill with it, more just straight defense. And then you get more fancier stuff like, oh, this one now applies burn damage, and then you're going to be applying gems to things. So there is a lot of fun with mixing and matching there. And yep, then you also have leveling your characters. So every character, you're going to be either playing a couple of them or all 7 if you really want to go that hardcore. You can switch at any time, there's no problem. And every character has their own skill sets of 3 skills for their base class, and you just attack, you level up. You don't really get to allocate points into stats, but you do allocate points into skills, but it's very casual in the means that you only have 3 skills, and that's it. Later on in the game, once you play a little bit more, each character has 2 more classes to choose from. And there's 2 different requirements for doing so. One's easy, simply leveling up, and then the other one you have to kind of go a certain point in the game to do that. But then you just unlock 3 more skills. So there you go. You have like overall quests that you got to do besides the huge major story quest, which is get to the bottom, find out what happened to the king. You have a lot of things like, level up this character this amount, cook this amount of food, and then you get like little rewards for that, all that good stuff. Okay, so that is Silent Hope in a nutshell. Dungeon crawling, progression, you do that over and over again, that's it. Now, let's talk about the good stuff before the bad stuff. So, I like how there are 7 characters, and they all have their play styles, albeit it's not insanely crazy different. It's enough where you're like, this is my favorite character, that's my favorite character. However, they are set characters. As I mentioned, they have no voices. You cannot choose different weapon types for them. That's it. The rogue character is always going to be a rogue. This is the chibi version, and you can't change male or female. That's just it. That's the character. I think you really spread yourself thin by playing more than a couple of characters. I don't recommend playing all 7 and leveling them up individually unless you really, really love to grind. I would recommend 1 to 3 because pretty much it just means more grinding, right? Another thing I liked is they kind of nailed the action dungeon crawling looter shooter sort of addiction, right? Pretty much you're getting new loot all the time. Everything you kill, you're progressing in levels, you're getting more money, and you get lots of rarities, and you're rolling all these different weapons, and it's very exciting to see, oh, I got a new gem. What's it gonna do? Can I plug it into my bow, or should I plug it into my, my armor piece, etc.? It feels like I was playing Diablo and Path of Exile at some points where I'm just like, kill, go, kill, move, and just go quick as possible. It has that sort of feeling, which is a good thing in my opinion. And the combat, I think, is decent-ish. When I first started the game, I did like a little button check, check what everyone can do. Very surprised that you can cancel and dodge. So attack canceling, you have iframes, you have to do a little bit of dodging. The enemy variety is decent, the hitboxes are just fine. You learn your characters very, very quick. As mentioned, every character does slightly play a little different. You got fast characters, slow characters. You need to learn the enemy patterns. It is very simple at the beginning, but it can get quite challenging if you progress further before grinding and getting more stuff. Enemies start to swarm you, that sort of thing. It's so you got one-on-one groups, one-on-one on enemies or gigantic groups, and then bosses. So yeah, it has that Diablo-esque kill, move too fast for loot and experience, that sort of thing. The gameplay loop, I think it's a good thing if you're looking for this kind of thing, right? You're going through a very fast tutorial teaching you the ropes about combat and how you go through level, the depth progression. Then you go straight into town, you learn how to craft resources and equipment, then you go straight back into the depths. It's very quick, easy to understand. You just choose your class, you eat, you equip stuff, and then you go down, and then until you die, hit a checkpoint, or you teleport back via a crystal. I like how there is some incentive to switch to characters, though. For example, you can stick with one, but then if you switch in the middle of a dungeon run, you get temporary buffs for each switch, and different enemies are weak to different types of damage. You got like slashing, piercing, magic, and range and that sort of thing. And also another thing I like, it's connected to the the Rune Factory world a little bit. If you guys are fans of Rune Factory, you should jump in there yourself and see the different connections there. Okay, let's move over to some of the bad things. Unfortunately, the UI is pretty terrible. I feel like it could have been slimmed down a bit. With this being nothing but menus and fighting, I feel like they could have done some extra steps to just keep things more simple and streamlined. Because pretty much you have 7 characters with all different equipments and all slots, and you have no way to quick compare without backing out, going into menus and inspecting, kind of like old school games. But it really shouldn't be that way. Like I said, this needs to be streamlined. There's no like, if I'm gonna purchase and craft an equipment for another character, I can't compare what that character is currently wearing. I have to only look at my character, so I have to go out and switch. It sucks. It's a chore. Also, it's a little bit of a nitpick, but the princess talks way too much for this game, and it's fine for the story. She should talk, but she won't shut up in town. If you attack the dummy, she talks. If you craft something, she talks. You do anything, she talks and talks and talks. It's so annoying, and the text actually does get in the way of the UI sometimes, and I can't believe it. Like, this should not be a problem. They should either lower their frequency, or I really highly recommend you go into the menu and turn on voices if that's a thing. Alright, so I said the 7 characters was a good thing, but it's also a really bad thing. You spread out too thin all of your equipment if you want to play more classes. Each class, right, only has 3 skills, and they unlock 2 more classes for each, but that just means 6 skills, 6 more skills. So 7x characters means you're spreading out, spreading out too much for all of them. It's bad. It's too bad, because the fun comes from equipment rolling and getting legendaries. So what I mean by that is every character levels up individually. They all have their different weapon types, and there's no really good reason to do more than 1 to 3 characters. There really isn't, because leveling and loot comes really, really fast. All right, it's very by the book's progression. Floor 1 through 10, you're gonna be getting stone and doing stone-ish equipment. Floors 11 through 20, you're getting bronze equipment, and etc. Meaning that the legendaries that you get on like floor 8 or 9, it's always almost tiered out by the base stats of the common higher tier items of the next floors. The early game is very weak that way. Really is really weak. Only rare and legendaries with additional stat rolls are exciting to get. But that's more of super late game, right? So, after everything's said and done, is this game worth buying, and who should be picking this game up? Well, you know, it's very 50-50. I think this is a very specific audience that should go in and look at this game. Honestly, I think if you are interested, go in with low expectations. Just know that this is a very chill and casual dungeon crawler hack and slash loot fest. Characters are not crazy complicated to play, and the most complexity in this game, I think, comes from the equipment management, not crafting it, not your character's abilities, but the different complexity of builds, I guess, because you do have a lot of, you know, you have good things to keep switching out and stuff. It really matters more in the late game. Also, it's a very chibi-esque graphics. Not everyone's gonna be into that. I liked it, but it feels like when I played Diablo 3, and that's just the best thing I can compare it to. Is you're going room after room, quick killing, looting, and then you're going back to town to appraise, and then you go further and further and further. It does feel good getting legendary items though, so that's it. If you guys enjoyed, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll be uploading some gameplay on my Let's Play channel, link down below. Please come by Twitch, the Discord, and then I'll be leaving you guys with a boss fight, so enjoy that. Let me know what you guys think about the game. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. We know we need to heal. It's go time, baby. Nice crab face, head you got there. You like this? Crooked crab. Does that lower his speed? I think it did lower his speed. Or I'm doing more damage to him. One of the two. Okay, we don't know his range of splashing, so I'm gonna ready to run away. I can like double dash twice. If I dash and then use my shotgun, it'll move me back. Like so. Oh, messed up. You can't go past that water. Alright, this guy seems pretty easy so far. Maybe multiple stages. Cool. We don't know if he has range. Be cool. Oh, he's doing something. He's doing something stupid. Oh, minions. Screw your minions. You got more, huh? You got more? Did they expect? Oh my god. Oh no. Oh my god. I have to heal. I can't believe. Uh-oh. He did half my health. He did half my health. This is no joke, dude. Uh-oh. Okay, we're gonna play really safe now. Play like a little bitch. Oh my god. That lightning attack, though. Ah! Good God, man. He's probably gonna do that thing one more time. The summoning. The summoning. Oh. Okay. Oh no. Okay, here we go. Two of them. Oh, look at that. They're like pushing each other. Sick. Alright, just keep running. We don't want to get caught in that circle. There, that thingy. Okay, so far so good. I think I can take one more hit before I have to potion it again. Yeah, you probably don't even need to worry too much about dodging. I mean, like, defense if you just dodge everything. Crooked crab of hell. Gotta keep watching him when he's gonna throw out his projectile again. And he's dead. Later, bitch. Yeah. Shotgun. Country earring memory. We got something nice. Cool, boss. Nice and simple. Oh, look at the ore. Tomatoes and eggs recipe. We got a new thingy.
Another beautiful day in our quiet kingdom. As my daughter and I toured the town, our people greeted us with warm smiles.